Welcome back. Let's take you through it. In the movies, Shohreh Aghdashloo. Pretty good.
Great job. Absolutely.
For the first time today.
Shohreh
I feel like
Aghdashloo.
I'm really wrong.
I've had your name right for years, and then somebody said it wrong to me this morning. And boy, I was off.
What did they say?
Shohreh Aghdashloo. What did Joan Rivers call
It's
you?
better than-
What did Joan Rivers call you?
Aghdashloo. Miss Joan Rivers, God rest her soul, she's done her best. She's done her homework. She knew exactly who I was when I hit the red carpet at the Academy in 2004. And she was very polite and nice and kind, and she said, "Here comes Mrs. Aghdashloo." And I lost the color on my face, because Aghdashloo means, in Farsi, it means contaminated with urine.
Oh no!
Aghdashloo means the white stone.
Only Joan Rivers inadvertently goes there.
Would go there.
It was just a faux pas. She didn't mean it, I'm
Shohreh
sure.
Aghdashloo, nominated for The House of Sand and Fog. On TV, she had a memorable role on 24. She won an Emmy for House of Saddam. Now in the new sci-fi series, The Expanse, which is set 200 years in the future, she plays a character described on the show's website as a master politician and maneuverer.
You've been linked to a radical faction of the OPA. Were you just a courier?
How long has he been out of the tank?
10 hours.
You're an OPA terrorist. You were carrying contraband stealth technology. What was it for? A whisper will do. If that's all you can manage. Give him another 10 hours.
Now wait a minute. You're with the United Nations, right?
Absolutely, she is the assistant to Undersecretary of Executive
What kind of an attitude was that?
She's a politician.
Okay.
She's a very sophisticated politician. She comes from a tribe of politicians. But believe me, her knowledge in politics exceeds her title. She knows everybody's names at the United Nations. She knows everybody's psychological profiles, pay rates. She even knows who is sleeping with who. And I'm not making this up.
Stuff.
So this
The
is very,
good stuff.
This is very contemporary, much less 200 years from now.
Although
Why-
said in 200 years, it speaks relatively for today.
Welcome back, my friend. So good
Thank
to
you.
see
Always
you.
lovely to see
Every
you.
time you're here, I feel like I sound like this when I talk to you.
He's still going through the
Yeah,
change,
talk
you
to
know.
me now. Go ahead.
By all means, I will.
This voice of yours, you were an actress in Iran before you left, I think you left 1978 or
Yeah, I started when I was 19.
Did you always have that voice?
No, it's a trained voice. It's a stage-trained voice. After a while, you learn how to breathe with your tummy and not with your lungs, because you need to...
Speak from the diaphragm.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
exactly.
gotta learn that.
And gradually and slowly, 35 years of theater, stage.
So your voice was someplace else before it went down.
It's more or less the same, but not as thick as it is right now.
The first time I interviewed you was for House of Sand and Fog. I think that's when most of us really became familiar with you, and that was such a powerful...
That was my first film here.
Yeah, such a powerful role about race and religion and drug addiction, and what an impact it made for your life and so many's, I think.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yes, yes.
Do you find that given international events, do people always ask you to explain Iran to them?
Sometimes they do, and that's why I wrote my own memoir. I wrote my memoir, The Alley of Love and Yellow Jasmines.
Yes,
it was
you were here,
all
we
for
talked
my
about that.
American
Yeah.
friends, remember?
That's right.
To know, just to get to know us, who we are, where we're coming from, what sort of a background we have had in Iran.
And I just saw something recently, I think it was on TMZ of all things, where you were thanking the LAPD for not racially profiling.
Absolutely, yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I was told, right, I just arrived from New York promoting Expanse. And one of TMZ's reporters was there. He was very polite, and he said, he told me that the LAPD has now officially informed his force not to bother Muslims just because they're Muslims, not to cast a shadow on someone just because the person is a Muslim. And I was thanking the LAPD for
And you
doing
often
so.
say in response, because you get asked all the time, I was
Yes.
born a Muslim, I am a student of all religions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, my God, you still remember. Absolutely, yes, yes. I'm a spiritualist, really. So I was born a Muslim, you're right. Never practiced, and I've studied all religions, and I sort of like all of them.
All right. Why should we watch The Expanse?
Future is now. Shortage of water is not a joke. We really have to be careful. Although set in 200 years, it speaks relatively for today, very much so. It's all for the audience to decipher the codes and see where they're standing, where humanity is standing, and how we can save
you
ourselves.
got a sneak peek?
I watched it this morning, and it's the brink of war and the three factions fighting, those who have, those who don't.
Yes.
And it's like a movie. It doesn't look like a TV
It has
show.
the quality of movie, absolutely, absolutely, you're right.
The two-night premiere of The Expanse begins Monday night at 10 o'clock on Sci-Fi. Shohreh Aghdashloo, always a pleasure.
Likewise, thank you so
nice
much
to
for
see
having me.